Hi everyone. If you guys have not already gotten a better understanding of what Bitcoin is, I would like you guys to take a moment to take a look at our beginner's guide on our site. It would be at the top of the page. But we're going to move on to elaborating on what exactly altcoins are. You guys are going to know what the purpose is and why they're exactly a better return on investment than Bitcoin is. But essentially, altcoins are cryptocurrencies that have launched after the success of Bitcoin, and they claim to be the better alternative to Bitcoin, claiming they could fix the limitations that Bitcoin has preset, pre-coded. And essentially, there's like over 5,000 different altcoins in existence, according to CoinMarketCap. And we're going to take a look at CoinMarketCap next, so you guys can get a better understanding of what maybe the best cryptocurrencies are. Before we elaborate on the top 10 cryptocurrencies or the top market cap related cryptocurrencies, I just want to elaborate that probably the best two places for me personally on where I could buy these altcoins is Binance and KuCoin. Now, two other popular ones are Wazirex and Huobi. But Binance, essentially, you could send it from a gateway such as Cash App, or just recently PayPal just became they accept cryptocurrency to over, I want to say, 300 million merchants, something significant like that. So we're going to see a mass adoption of people buying these cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum Cash, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and then they're just going to transition that money into these altcoins where they are sold this idea that they're this better alternative to Bitcoin. When in actuality, there's plenty hype around Bitcoin, and there's a great foundation behind it. It was ideally the first cryptocurrency founded in 2008, and I really think it's going to be hard to one-up Bitcoin unless they have necessary fundamentals. CoinMarketCap, we could see basically a watch list of top cryptos, and if we look at Bitcoin, this is a standard mining traditional cryptocurrency. And there are plenty of other cryptos that are considered altcoins and fall into that gap. And some of them are considered security tokens, utility tokens, or even privacy tokens. And we're going to get into the key distinctions and differences of that. And so here is actually probably the perfect example of the most anonymous privacy token. It's called Monero. And according to the FBI, they claim they have this new cipher tool that can trace transactions on the blockchain despite it being decentralized and distributed that way. So I really don't think that's possible, but they claim that. So XMR is just one example of a privacy token, and ideally I'm going to take a look at some utility tokens, but privacy tokens are ideally a distributed registration of these transactions on the blockchain. And they're anonymous, so you don't need any KYC, you don't need to log in and verify who you are. You could just do it decentralized. They even have some protocols now that are decentralized exchanges, and they provide people with they're called Uniswap, and then there's another type of swap platform that's just recently launched. It's called Zill. It's a pretty hot one as well. So we're going to look at some security tokens as well. Touching on the relevance of security tokens, I just want to add that from when Bitcoin was in around 2017, we started a ICO type stage where it was basically considered a bubble, and a lot of these Ponzi schemes started coming out. For instance, like BitConnect started coming around, and it wasn't sustainable for the crypto market, so the market as a whole took a hit. And then we went from utility tokens to the introduction of security tokens. Privacy tokens have already been known in the space, and that was kind of one of the main reasons for people to use them initially, as they were using types of nefarious types of crimes, transactions at the time in like 2013. But going on to security tokens, these are one of the most unique forms of investments in this digital age today, as we're trying to bridge a gap between traditional finance and blockchain technology. We're trying to mesh the two together, and that will ideally create kind of like a hybrid type model of traditional finance. It'll be like a 2.0. Kind of think of it like the internet.com bubble, but in terms of traditional finance. But security tokens in a nutshell are digital liquid contracts for fractions of any asset that already has value, and you could take that, for example, like real estate or corporate stock. Using the security tokens means that investors can expect their stake ownership to be preserved on the blockchain, which is important moving forward in the traditional finance world. A lot of people are curious about their ownership being maintained on the blockchain, but that is probably the best use case of blockchain, to be able to keep that public ledger preserved and untouched. You guys may currently be wondering, excuse me, why would you buy altcoins over Bitcoin, which is very hyped up in the media? And here is why, actually, because example of one of these I'm going to give is Link. It's very popular nowadays on Twitter, but back in March, early March, March 12th exactly, we gave an analysis update on Link, and the price was around like $1.98. Now, if we look at the price now, we see it's around $12.26, which is like an 12x, which is over 1,000% profit, which is exactly the point of why we're investing in altcoins as opposed to Bitcoin, that has only gained around about 300% this year. So Link has clearly outperformed Bitcoin, and this is the sole reason as to why we suggest you guys invest in altcoins, because the return on investment is much more significant. So building off of this comparison between the return on investment between altcoins and Bitcoin, I'm now going to show how we can also look at Link paired with US Tether compared to Link paired with Bitcoin, and we'll be able to get an understanding of how either if Link is going to outperform Bitcoin or if Bitcoin will outperform Link. So on the Link paired to Bitcoin chart, we see that we actually bottomed around 8,000 sats, and that's good because we could see that the price came up, and when you see this correlation, the price come up from a bottom paired against Bitcoin, we know that now Link is outperforming Bitcoin, whereas when we were going down, we knew Bitcoin was outperforming Link. And if we look at Bitcoin in the last hour, it surged. I'm going to take it off the 1 month, 1 sec. Yeah, we surged over at least 7% today, which is pretty crazy. But using this comparison or correlation between the pairs of US Tether and Bitcoin, you guys can get a better understanding of whether Bitcoin will outperform a particular altcoin. And that helps us gauge our trades as well. I hope this video was insightful for you guys. I hope it was good for you guys and able to absorb information, to absorb the correlations between the pairs against US dollars and Bitcoin. And I just want to add that we're no longer going to be using Telegram, despite we are still posting stuff in there. We're going to be moving over to Discord. And we got some people in the Discord. It's picking up. But join our Discord for daily stock picks and cryptocurrency analysis. And thank you guys for tuning in.